Good day everyone, and welcome to this in-depth tutorial on Google Sheets. For those of you who don't know, Google Sheets is a free, web-based spreadsheet application that's part of Google Workspace. It offers automatic saving, collaboration features, and accessibility from any device with an internet connection. These features make it a powerful tool for managing and analyzing data efficiently. Now, from just like what I've said, Google Sheets is a free software that you can access on your web browser if you are using either a Mac or a Windows like me. It's completely free, so you do not have to pay for anything. It is a data entry tool similar to a spreadsheet that is offered by Microsoft called Microsoft Excel. Now, yes, you can access it via your web browser, but only if you are using a computer. If you are using a mobile device, such as an Android device or iOS device, you might need to download their application from your Google Play Store or App Store, whichever is applicable. Now let us get started by knowing how we can access Google Sheets on our computer. Before proceeding with anything else, I want you to make sure that the browser you are using is completely up to date. This is so that we can ensure that we will not encounter any errors along the way. Now, open up your web browser and go to sheets.google.com. Click on enter, and as you can see, it redirects us to this web page right over here. If this is your first time using Google Sheets or Google Chrome, it may require you to sign in with your Google account, in which if you do not have one, you can create one for free. By the way, you can also access your Google Sheets via your Google Drive by clicking on the new icon right over here and clicking on Google Sheets. Now, right here, before starting with anything else, I want to discuss to you the basic navigation and interface of Google Sheets, starting with the toolbar, which is located at the top. It includes options for formatting, inserting charts, and other tools. Below the toolbar right over here, we have the formula bar, in which you can enter and edit data and formulas. Next, we have the grid layout, which is this canvas right over here, which is the main area where you can enter your data, and it is organized into rows and columns. You also have the sidebar menus, or which in my case is at the top right over here below the file name. You got the file, which can be used to create, open, and save documents. You got edit, in which we can use to undo, redo, copy, and paste options. View, in which we can adjust how you view your sheet, such as freezing rows. Insert, for adding rows, columns, charts, and more. We have the Format tab, which we can use to customize the appearance of our cells. Data, which can be used to sort and filter data. Tools, which access tools like spelling and script editor. We get extensions, which extends the functionality with third-party tools. And lastly, we have the Help tab, which basically we can find answers and supports. Now, let us move forward to creating and managing new sheets. Before anything else, I want to talk to you about the templates that is offered by Google Sheets. As you can see right here, we get different preset or templates that is already set by Google Sheets, in which if we click, all we have to do is to change the data inside of it and we are good to go. To access all the templates, all you have to do is to click on the template gallery right over here, and as you can see, we have tons of options to choose from. But in this case, we will focus on a blank spreadsheet so that I can show you everything from scratch. To create a new sheet, click on blank in Google Sheets or new Google Sheets in Google Drive. Click on this one, and now as you can see, we are now on a blank space. The first thing that I like to do when it comes to creating a new spreadsheet is naming my spreadsheet right over here. Click on it, and now we can change the name of our project. Click on enter, and as you can see, it automatically saves it. Now let us learn how we can add sheets on our Google spreadsheet. As you can see right here, I only have one sheet, which is sheet 1. To add a new sheet, all I have to do is to click on the plus icon right over here. And as you can see, as I click it, we can enter or add multiple sheets. Now when it comes to renaming the sheets, all you have to do is right click on it and click on rename. Now, if you wish to delete a sheet, all you have to do is to right click on one sheet again and click on delete. And as you can see, it asks you if you want or if you are sure to delete this sheet, because you cannot undo if you do so. Now that we know how we can add sheets, rename, and even delete sheets, we can now start with the basic data entry and formatting. Let us start by entering data to our Google Sheets. Right here, I have a sample. All you have to do is click on a cell and start typing to enter a data. By the way, you can navigate through your cells using your arrow button on keyboard. Now we have the names, in which I would just copy so that it will be easier for us. So now I just reset the font formatting so that I can teach it to you. Also, I did not put the average because we actually have a formula for that, which we will cover on later on in this video. Now let us start with the font size and color of our text. To change the font size, all you have to do is to click on a cell, or if you want to change the font for multiple cells at once, highlight the cells by clicking and dragging across like so, and clicking on the plus icon right over here to increase a font size by 1 point, or the minus icon to decrease the font size by 1 point. You can also set your custom font size by clicking on this one and choosing from the options right here, or entering manually a number that corresponds to the font size that you wish. To change the color, all you have to do is to click on this text color button right over here, and then open up the palette, and from here you can actually choose whichever color you wish, like so. But in my case, I'll keep it to black, which is the default one. Now let us move on to entering cell borders, which will give emphasis to our spreadsheet like so. As you can see, we have cell borders, which is the highlight of the borders of our cells. All you have to do is to highlight all the cells that you wish to put a cell border to, and click on this button right over here. Click on borders, and as you can see, we got the options if we want only to put inner borders, horizontal borders, or all borders, and many more. But in my case, I'll stick to all borders so that it will have emphasis to it. Now that we have learned how to put cell borders, we'll now move forward to the text alignment. To put text alignment, all you have to do is to highlight the cells that you wish to change its text alignment to. And right here, we have the text alignment option. We get left, center, and right. Now, I must mention that unlike other Google software such as Google Docs and Google Slides, you do not have the justify option for Google Sheets. You can either choose from the three, which in my case I would like to put as center to make it more neat and clean. And now as you can see, we have already changed the text alignment of our text. Now when it comes to changing the cell color, it's actually quite simple as well. All you have to do is to highlight the cells that you wish to change the color to, and clicking on this paint bucket icon right over here, and choosing a specific color for your cell, like so. I want to keep myself or my cells organized, so I change the color for each of the cell that has a corresponding value, like so. And now we can change, just like what I've mentioned earlier, we got the text formatting right over here. Now we also have the bold and italic, which is very standard for all word processing softwares. So I would keep mine on bold so that it will be highlighted like so. And now we can get started with the formulas or some of the common functions. Now for this video, I will be teaching you two of the most common functions that is used in Google Spreadsheet. Now if you want more in-depth tutorial of the different features and functions of Google Spreadsheet, we actually have a dedicated playlist for that, so you might want to check it out. Now, all you have to do for the average is click on equal sign on your keyboard, and then typing in the word the word average in all capital letters. Click on closing parenthesis, and for value 1, you want to insert the cell number of the first value, which in my case is 95 for Joseph, which is located at cell C3. As you can see, it's in this section and the 3 right here. So it's called C3. Now for the second value, you want to first insert a semicolon and then insert the second value, or the last value from the range, which in my case is science, so that it will compute the average from cell C3, cell D3, and cell E3. So from cell C3 until cell E3, I would like to compute its average off. So I would put cell E3 and closing parenthesis. Click on enter. And as you can see right here, it automatically computes the average from these numbers right here. Now I would like to do the same for Brick, Jess, Anthony, and Sophia. To do that, all I have to do, so that I won't type the formula manually from here to here, all I have to do is click on this dot right over here and drag it like so. And as you can see, we have copied the formula and changes it correspondingly to whichever name is present. So for Joseph, this is his average. For Brick, this is his, and so on and so forth. Now let's say, for example, I would like to compute the sum of these numbers right over here. Right here in the total tab. All I have to do is click on equals and click on sum, closing parenthesis. Now again, I would enter the range starting with cell C3, semicolon, and then cell E3, and closing parenthesis. Click on enter, and all I will do is drag right here, like so. And now as you can see, we have the different tabulations, or the sum of our students, or the grades of our students. As simple as that, we can make our lives easier by using formulas. Now that we have successfully discussed and covered the basic features and functions that you can do in Google Spreadsheet, we can now move forward to the collaboration features of this software, starting with the sharing of documents. If you want to share your document, all you have to do is to click on the share icon right over here on the top right corner, and then enter an email address of the people you want to share with and set their permission level. So in my case, let's say for example, I want to send it to this email, like so. And you can change the permission right over here. You can choose if they are only a viewer, in which they won't be able to do anything aside from viewing your spreadsheet, a commenter, or an editor, in which everything that you can do, basically, they can do it as well. Now, if you're satisfied, just click on send and wait for it to load. Now, if you wish, there's actually another way in sharing your document, in which you can change this general access from restricted to anyone with a link. And now anyone on the internet that has the link to this spreadsheet can access your spreadsheet as well. Now you can change it from viewer to commenter and editor, which we discussed earlier. Now all you have to do is click copy link and then send it to your colleagues, groupmates, and others. Now, let us move forward to real-time collaboration and commenting. Just like what I've mentioned, you can set their permission to a commenter. But how do you comment? In order for you to comment, all you have to do is to click on the insert icon, and now from here, click on comment like so. And now we can edit the comment. Now, let's say for example, I want to insert a comment to this specific cell. Let's say for example, change its cell color. Now to post the comment, all I have to do is click on this one. And as you can see, we have now pasted or posted our comment. By the way, anyone that has access to your spreadsheet can see the comments that you post in this spreadsheet as well. Now, I want to talk to you about its automatic saving feature. Google Sheets automatically save your work as you make changes. Now, if you want to access the version history, all you have to do is to click on File right over here. Now, click on Version History and see version history. Now from here, you can view and restore previous versions of your document like so. If you want to restore, click on this button right over here. But for my spreadsheet, I won't restore it as I'm satisfied with this specific spreadsheet right here. And that's pretty much it for this tutorial. Again, this tutorial covers the essential features to get you started with Google Sheets. Explore these features further to become proficient in managing and analyzing your data. If you want more tutorials like this, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell, and comment down below your suggestions for our next video. From here, I'll see you guys next time, and thank you for watching. Goodbye.